On, we come to Kakuro. So last time we had fun with Sudoku. Let's have fun this time with Kakuro. So what is Kakuro? It again is a number game where we have to arrange numbers in rows and columns much like Sudoku, but over here there is another rule which we need to follow. What is that? If we read this part, over here we see sum of each horizontal block equals the number on its left and the sum of each vertical block equals the number on its top. So over here in these white cells, when we arrange the numbers, we have to keep in mind that those numbers should be equal to a certain sum. What should that be? So if we look at these two cells, the sum of these two numbers should be equal to the number on its left. So these two should be equal to 3. Similarly, the sum of these two should be equal to the number on its top, which is 4. So what do we understand from this? That the numbers which are placed horizontally should be equal to the number on its left and the numbers which are placed in the vertical block should be equal to the number on its top. So let us start solving our Kakuro. Over here we have to insert numbers from 1 to 9. Let's start with the smallest number which we see over here, which is 3. It is easier to start with the smallest one. Now, over here is 3 and here are the two blanks where we have to put two numbers which should be equal to 3. Which two numbers when added would give 3? It can be 0 plus 3, it can be 1 plus 2. But if you see, we cannot use 0. It has to be from 1 to 9 and no number should be repeated. So the only possibility for these two cells can be 1 and 2. But we still do not know whether we should write 1 here or 1 here. It can be both ways. Let us write 1 here and 2 here. Let us suppose this position. Now, if we see this block now, the sum of these two cells should be equal to 4. So, we already have 2 here. What else is remaining to get 4? 2 is remaining. So, we can write 2. Can we write 2 like this? No, numbers cannot be repeated in any block. So, this is incorrect. It means this positioning of 1 and 2 is also incorrect. It means 1 would come here and 2 would come here. Now we can look at this part. So this cell plus this cell should be equal to 4. So what number should be added to 1 to get 4? There is no other number but 3. So this part becomes 3. Now let us look at this block. These three numbers when added should give us 6. So 3 is already there. How much more do we need? We need 3 more. So in these two cells, we have to put the sum which should be equal to 3. What can that be? 3 is already taken up. So it cannot be 3 again. It has to be 1 and 2. Now we already see that 2 is here. So this particular cell would take up 1 and this cell would take up 2. Now we can look into this block. The sum of this block has to be equal to 8. Now how much it already is? 2 plus 1, 3 is already there. So what is left? 8 minus 3, 5. So we can put 5 over here. Let's look at this block now. The sum of these three cells should be equal to 8. 2 is already there. What else is remaining? 8 minus 2, 6. So in these two cells, we have to fill up with 6. How can we get 6? 0 plus 6 equals to 6. But 0 we can't use. 1 plus 5 equals to 6. Okay. 2 plus 4 is also equal to 6. But since 2 is already there, putting a combination of 2 and 4 is not correct. So 2, 4 is not the possibility. How else can we get 3 plus 3 is also equal to 6? But since numbers cannot be repeated, 3 plus 3 is also not possible. So the only possibility which we have is 1 plus 5. Now 5 is already here. So 5 can't come here. So 1 would come here and 5 would go here. Now let us look at this part. These two numbers when added should give 9. So 5 is already there. Then what should come here? 9 minus 5, 4. So here we can write 4. Now if we look at this block, 4 plus something should be equal to 13. So what number should come over here? 13 minus 4, that is 9. So 9 comes here. We can check whether this row has also yielded up correctly. 9 plus 1 is 10 and 10 plus 5 is 15, which was the required number. So our Kakuro is solved. This is how we do Kakuro. That is finding the smallest one because that is the easiest way to start, and then adding up numbers to get the result, and then going one by one to solve the other cells. Remembering that no block should have repetition in numbers. Hope you all enjoyed this edition as well. Stay tuned. We would be back next week with lot more fun.